If you've been scrolling through your social media feeds lately, your heart might have skipped a beat, or stopped entirely, at the headlines circulating about everyone's favorite 90-day Fiance husband, David Toborowsky. Let's be honest, in the world of reality TV, we often roll our eyes at the drama, but David and Annie, they are different. They are the mom and dad of the franchise. Their laughter is infectious, their love story is genuine, and their recent journey into parenthood with baby Minthera has been nothing short of a fairy tale. So when the words devastating update and health concerns started trending alongside David's name this December, the collective gasp from the fanbase was audible. We aren't just talking about gossip here, we are talking about a man who has become a beloved fixture in our living rooms. If you are feeling anxious, confused, or just plain heartbroken by the rumors, take a deep breath. We are going to break down exactly what is happening with David, the terrifying rumors that have plagued him and Annie in late 2025, and the very real emotional and physical battles this new dad is fighting behind the scenes. The rumor that stopped the internet. First, let's address the elephant in the room, the terrifying rumors that left fans in tears. Earlier this year, and resurfacing recently, a wave of malicious clickbait, some of it AI-generated, believe it or not, began circulating, claiming that David had passed away or was in critical condition in a hospital in Thailand. Can you imagine scrolling through your phone and seeing that? For fans, it was a punch to the gut, but for Annie Suwon, it was a nightmare. David recently had to take to Instagram to debunk these grim reports personally. In a video that was equal parts relief and frustration, he confirmed, "I am alive and well." But the pain in his voice was undeniable. He wasn't just debunking a rumor for himself, he was protecting Annie. Annie, who is navigating new motherhood, allegedly saw one of these "David has died" articles and was left shaken. This is the dark side of fame that leaves us heartbroken. It's one thing to speculate about a breakup. It's another to toy with the life of a father who just welcomed his miracle baby. While we are incredibly relieved he is okay, the emotional toll this takes on the family is devastating in its own right. The real heartbreak. Baby Minthera's health scare. While the death hoaxes were fake, the Toborowsky family has faced a genuine medical nightmare in 2025 that brought David to his knees. In July, just months after welcoming their beautiful daughter Minthera, David and Annie went silent, a rare occurrence for the usually active couple. When they returned, they shared a story that every parent fears. Baby Minthera had been hospitalized. She was battling RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, a respiratory infection that can be incredibly dangerous for infants. David described the experience as absolutely crushing. He opened up about the helplessness of watching his tiny daughter struggle to breathe, refusing to eat, and battling a fever that wouldn't break. For David, who waited until his late 60s to become a father again, this hit differently. He has often spoken about his desire to live long enough to see Minthera grow up. To have her health threatened so early on was a psychological blow that left him reeling. "Watching Annie's mom cry absolutely crushed me," David admitted in an emotional update. It wasn't just the baby's health. It was the weight of being the rock for his family. David had to console his weeping mother-in-law and a terrified Annie, all while managing his own terror. This vulnerability is why we love him, but it's also why reading about his pain hurts so much. Is David pushing himself too hard? Beyond the external stressors, fans are deeply concerned about David's personal health choices. We all cheered when David dropped a massive 70 pounds. He looks fantastic, and his transformation has been inspiring. He's made it clear, "I want to be the father, not the grandfather." But recent updates have sparked a new wave of worry. David revealed he has been clocking in upwards of 28,000 to 40,000 steps a day while in Thailand. 40,000 steps, in Thailand's heat, at 67 years old. While we applaud the dedication, medical experts and fans alike are whispering the same question: is he overdoing it? Earlier in 2025, David confessed to suffering a back injury while back in the US, a nagging pain he tried to hide from Annie so she wouldn't worry. He admitted, "I'm tired anyway," but he keeps pushing. There is a fine line between dedication and punishment. The fear among the fan base is that in his desperate race to beat the clock, and be a youthful dad for Minthira, he might be running himself into the ground. We don't want a skinny David, we want a healthy David. And seeing him limp through pain or push through exhaustion just to prove a point is heartbreaking in a completely different way. The pain of separation. Adding to the emotional heavy lifting is the geographical split that has defined much of their 2025. To ensure everything is legal and perfect for Minthira's dual citizenship, David has had to make solo trips back to the United States, leaving Annie and the baby in Thailand. His goodbye posts are enough to make a grown man cry. In a recent update, he shared a photo of him hugging Minthira before heading to the airport, wondering aloud if she knew he was leaving. The look on his face wasn't the jovial David we know. It was a man torn between his duty and his heart. Fans have flooded the comments with support, but we can read between the lines. The separation is taking a toll. David is missing milestones, he's missing the little moments. And for a man who reshaped his entire life and body to be present for this child, every day spent on a plane or in an Arizona condo alone feels like a devastating loss of time. Why we are all rooting for Team Toborowsky? So why does this update hit so hard? Why are fans heartbroken? Because David Toborowsky represents the second chance we all hope for. He was the guy who lost everything, his job, his home, his health, and slept on a friend's couch. He rebuilt his life through love. To see him finally have it all, the loving wife, the financial stability, the miracle baby, only to be plagued by death hoaxes, scary hospitalizations, and physical exhaustion feels unfair. Here is the silver lining you need to hold on to. Despite the devastating headlines and the very real scares, David is a fighter. He is alive. Take that, rumors. Minthira has recovered and is back to smiling that smile that looks just like her mama's. Annie is strong, standing by his side and navigating motherhood with grace. The heartbreak we feel is simply a reflection of how much we care. We worry because we want them to win. The final verdict. David, if you are reading this, and we know you see everything, please slow down. We don't care if you have a dad bod. We don't care if you can't walk 40,000 steps a day. We just want you around. The updates about your back pain and your exhaustion are valid concerns. It is okay to rest. It is okay to just be. For the fans, the devastating news is a mix of malicious rumors and the very real, very hard struggles of geriatric parenthood. But the Toborowsky family is still standing. Let's keep sending them love, positive vibes, and maybe a reminder to David that taking a nap doesn't make him any less of a super dad.